Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle products that are friendly to your skin. And today I want to talk about Korean skincare that is totally underhyped. Yeah, I feel like, there are so many products out there in the K-beauty space that get so much attention, deservedly so. I mean, they're amazing products. But I want to shed some spotlight on products that I personally think are really wonderful, but maybe they are super indie Korean brands, or they're just not getting the popularity and hype that I personally think they deserve. And if you love all things Korean skincare, make sure to hit subscribe to my channel to see more K-beauty videos from me. All right, let's jump right into it. Give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. All right, first up is the Naturekind Super Barrier Urea 5 Cream. This is such a great product because it contains 5% of urea. Now, this is a really great ingredient that both hydrates and moisturizes the skin. It's a natural moisturizing factor, but it also has a wonderful soothing quality to it. It can really help to soothe irritation and relieve itchiness. It actually is a really wonderful ingredient to seek out if you do get very dry, itchy skin, if you're prone to eczema patches. Urea can be incredibly helpful. Now, speaking of eczema, not only can it help to relieve the itch, urea is a type of ingredient that can naturally soften rough patches on the skin. It's got a very gentle exfoliating quality to it. So it's wonderful for, like I said, eczema patches. It can help with that rough, scaly skin, but it also makes it a wonderful choice for like really rough knees, elbows, feet, calloused hands, right? Anywhere you have dry, itchy, rough skin, urea, especially 5% and up, is going to be a really great ingredient. And Naturekind has formulated this with madecassoside, which is really oomping up that soothing quality, and panthenol, great hydrator and barrier supportive ingredient. And honestly, think about this type of cream like a unique Cica cream. This is a multi-purpose anti-irritation cream. This is not thick, heavy, and emollient. This is actually like a gel cream hybrid. It's light, it's hydrating, quickly absorbed on the skin with just a little bit of moisture, but it's not shiny, it's not sticky, it's not heavy, it's not occlusive. Again, lending itself to its multi-purpose use. Now, I discovered this cream about a year ago, and I had an eczema patch on my lip that was pretty bad. It was very scaly. It was like weeping. It was like kind of oozy, and it was super duper itchy. And I had recently discovered another product with urea that was helping that area out, but it wasn't quite as pleasant to apply to my face as the Naturekind cream was. So when I saw this on YesStyle, I was like, I know urea is amazing for relieving this painful itch on my lip. I have to try this cream out. And it's just got such a lovely texture that worked really well on my face. I can just layer this underneath my skincare. I can put it on top of my skincare throughout the day without being worried about it getting too thick or like maybe getting some whiteheads in that area. Just a really nice breathable texture. And it actually helped so much. It relieved the itch so much, keeping my fingers off of it and allowing that scaliness to soften up, to go away, and then ultimately for that area to heal up. Urea is really one of my hero ingredients for eczema, but because it helps with just like general itchiness, it's been great for dry, itchy hands too. It's been great for feet. Looking at this brand, they do really fly underneath the radar when it comes to K-beauty. I haven't seen a lot of people raving about the brand Naturekind, but I'm so curious to try some of their other products because they really do seem like they focus in on, hero ingredients, really formulating around star ingredients like urea or retinol. They've got a really interesting line that's available and definitely underhyped, but probably worth our attention. Next up is the Beplain Bamboo Hydrating Ampoule. The bottle itself, it just does not capture your attention. This just looks like a nice hydrating serum, right? Wrong. This is so much more than just a plain, gentle, hydrating serum. This is the bomb.com for dehydrated skin. The way that this has been formulated, the way this makes your skin feel, it really is something to rave about. And you could easily ignore this serum, but if you have dehydrated skin, you definitely should not. So, the star here is going to be bamboo water, and that's something I found in other products throughout my K-beauty adventure that I found to be really deeply hydrating for my skin. But if there's only one thing that I could ever teach you from my channel, if you have dehydrated skin, you have to understand that dehydration is a symptom. So even if you're hydrating your skin deeply, you're not really getting to the root cause of your problem. You must strengthen your skin's moisture barrier, because that dehydration is a symptom of your skin's barrier not working the way it's supposed to and letting hydration escape from your skin. So if you're just hydrating, right, you're just going in a circle, right, with dehydration. You got to get in there, you got to strengthen that moisture barrier and really get your skin healed up so it can hold hydration in. So dehydration doesn't happen in the first place. That's what this serum does. It's really smartly formulated because we've got the hydration, but we also have the barrier supportive ceramide cholesterol and fatty acids. There's 5 different types of ceramides in here, really focusing on replenishing and building and strengthening that skin's moisture barrier to fight dehydration. This is everything your skin is looking for, and it's got a really wonderful texture because it's this light hydrating gel texture. Even with all those ceramides in it, this is not heavy or creamy. It's very light hydrating, quickly absorbed, non-sticky, non-thick, non-tacky type of serum. It feels amazing on the skin. This is something I reach for a lot in hot weather because it really just gets down into my skin without overwhelming it with thickness. I will be completely honest with you. The line, the brand Beplain, just my opinion, the whole line itself doesn't really light me up or excite me, but this particular product does. This not only just by reading the ingredients, by what it actually does for my skin, the benefits that it has actually brought my skin are incredibly impressive. And out of all the Beplain products that have been talked about, I feel like the bamboo one is a little bit underhyped. Next up is Toun28 Centella, Asiatica, and Peptide Serum. Now this is a product that is really focused on soothing the skin. We have Centella, madecassoside, and licorice root extract. Plus we have peptides, acetylhexapeptide 8 and copper tripeptide 1. So these peptides together really help to firm and plump up the skin, helping with the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and maybe even stimulating a little collagen in the process. So this is a nice serum that is targeting a couple of different things all at once. And I like the texture of this too because it's a creamy serum. It has a little hint of nourishment to it, but it's actually really hydrating and very light on the skin. I always like those creamy serums that really plump up the skin with a little bit of moisture, but they're not super duper heavy. That's exactly what this texture is like. And this makes my skin feel really bouncy, like really plump, really juicy. It's just one of those types of serums that like underneath your fingers, your skin is just gonna feel thicker in a good way, thicker and juicier. And that's definitely the acetylhexapeptide 8. I mean, definitely seek out that peptide if you want like an immediate kind of like fix for your skin, because it's one of the peptides that works the fastest and gives some of the most visible benefits on your skin. And I like that they've paired it with the copper tripeptide 1, because the only thing I ever say about acetylhexapeptide 8 is that it's kind of temporary. It's not making permanent structural changes, right, to your collagen structure or to your skin. It's just giving you like a quick fix. Nothing wrong with a quick fix, but you should always back that up with some more long-term types of ingredients that are doing long-term improvements, and copper tripeptide is one of those types of peptides. Now this is kind of a newer Korean brand, definitely an indie Korean skincare brand, and they've only been around for the last couple of years, I think, and I've only just recently started to hear about them within the last year, but they're doing such fascinating things with packaging. They have a real commitment to making sure that they're doing the best that they can with waste and packaging. And they have really gone the route of like no plastic. They're really trying their best to eliminate any plastic components in their packaging. So the serum itself, this is a glass bottle, and they also have a moisturizer that comes in like a paper package. It's not a plastic tub, it's a paper package, and they are committed. I don't know if they've reached their goal yet, but they are trying to figure out the very best like non-plastic cap for their products. So they even admit, they're like, we're doing the best we can right now, but we're actively working on being better in the future. That's really the kind of thinking, you know, that's really the kind of energy and spirit that I think we need more just in manufacturing, but let's, you know, keep it to the skincare and beauty space. We need that kind of active, creative thinking and that active commitment to kind of always making little changes that add up, you know, little things that we can do better. Also admitting like maybe we can't do it right now. Maybe we're just not there yet, but we're going to keep working towards it. If like sustainability is something that is really important to you in your purchases, please check them out, because I'm just highlighting this serum that I like, but they do really interesting things with packaging free shampoo and conditioner bars. They have bar soap, like I mentioned before, a paper packaged moisturizer. So definitely look into them if that's something that's super important to you. So next up, I want to talk about RNW, and like no joke, their Ceramide Plus serum is not underhyped on my channel at all. If you've been following me even for a little bit of time, you probably have heard about this particular serum, and in our universe, this is not underhyped at all. I am a huge fan of this product. However, I want to take the opportunity in this video to shed some light on other products from RNW, because you know what? I have not really ever been disappointed by anything I've tried from them before. Like their formulations just hit it every single time. But I will admit, I probably put a lot of my hype on the Ceramide serum, so let's talk about some of their other offerings too. So if you are a fan of ceramides, just like I am, maybe you've even tried the Ceramide serum, I would suggest also looking at their Ceramide Mist. We have 5 different types of ceramide in here, cholesterol, fatty acids, that are delivered to the skin in a really beautiful, even mist. There's light hydration, just a very slight whisper of balancing, non-greasy, thick moisture. It absorbs in the skin really nicely, and it does leave just a little hint of glow. So this is great to mist, like even using it like a toner, just a lightweight toner. You can layer this on a few times, or you know, just once. It's just depending on what your skin wants. You could put this in between steps, you know, like maybe you put on essence, do a little spray, maybe do serum, maybe do a little mist again. I'm kind of sandwiching in a little extra hydration and some ceramide healing. Or you could even use this on top of your makeup, or just to give your bare skin just a little bit of that glass skin appearance, because this does have, like I said, just a little hint of glow to the finish. If you absolutely love the sensation and the look of super juicy, plump, bouncy skin, you know what I mean? I love when skincare just like fills my skin with hydration and just makes it feel so good and plump. Okay, if that's you, if you're like always seeking that in your products, the next 2 are for you. So the first is the Hyal Treatment Toner. So this is interesting because it's got like a little bit of a milky appearance to it, but it's actually pretty watery. It absorbs really quickly into the skin, but it's got a little bit of that filling out your skin plumpness to it without like a super thick gel-like texture, you know what I mean? It gives you that plumping, but in a nice light layer. Now that on its own is a really nice toner. Definitely it is, but the magic for me personally is marrying it with the Hyal Treatment Emulsion. And I don't even usually like emulsions, but I really like this one, and it comes down to the texture, because again, you might expect this to be a little bit thicker, a little bit more lotion-like, but it's very thin, hydrating, essence-like. But once you get this onto your skin, like there's some body to this, but it's pretty runny and hydrating. Once you get it onto your skin, it's like and I mean in a good way. I mean like fills out every crevice of your skin with like bursting hydration. This feels amazing. It makes your skin feel amazing, but it makes it look amazing too. And I have to shout out the Adenosine Plus serum. And I think this is just a really great example of how RNW approaches well aging or anti-aging, because I would really say that like every single one of their products does have a little bit of a well aging slant to it, but they're a pretty gentle brand. RNW stands for Renew Your Skin, and I do think that that kind of like philosophy and concept is at the heart of every formula they do. And the adenosine serum, kind of going back to this product here, this is just like a different approach to well aging with some really interesting ingredients. So we have adenosine, which you may know is a nice well aging ingredient. We've got niacinamide, and we also have volufiline, which is an ingredient complex of botanicals that are really focused on plumping your skin. It's focused on skin suppleness and firmness, and I really do feel like this serum achieves that. Again, just like a different approach to this concept, but they do it really well. And this is a nice gel texture. It's hydrating. It's got a little bit of moisture to it, but again, a really pleasing texture, just like the ceramide serum. And it just makes your skin feel so good. And I think that not a lot of products like focus in on these types of ingredients, but RNW does take a little bit of a different approach to their formulations. And they're a really wonderful line to explore, especially if you're into underhyped brands, especially if you're into ingredient focused formulations. I do think that RNW is going to be worth your time if those are things that are important to you. So next up is another product that is maybe underhyped in the greater Korean skincare space, but not on this channel. I talk about this all the time. It's the 76N1 Be Happy Calming Oil. And let me just share my personal experience, and I think why this product is like kind of special to me is because as somebody who does not use fragrances, essential oils in their facial skincare, it's super tough if you want to find a facial oil in the Korean space. There's not a lot of choice if you don't want fragrances in your oils. So I did find this product when I was looking for a Korean facial oil without fragrances. Not a lot of choices. But 76N1 actually has a couple different blends, and they focus in their star oil is hemp seed oil. So this particular blend that I have here, the calming oil, this is hemp seed and camellia seed oil. So that's a really great blend of omega-6 and 9 fatty acids. So we've got really good support for your skin's moisture barrier, but omega-9 fatty acid is also very good for very dry skin. So kind of blending both of those oils together, it results in a nice medium texture with really good absorbency. It's not super thick and heavy, but it does nourish the skin, and it does, that hemp seed oil has a calming factor to it, kind of makes your skin go, ah, if it's irritated. It's just kind of like a little bit of the best of both worlds. It's the best of a really nourishing thick oil, but blended with a lighter, more fluidy, easily absorbed type of oil. The blend here is really, really nice. So some other blends that they have, I personally have not tried, is hemp seed and rosehip oil, and hemp seed and argan oil. That's definitely going to be a good one for super dry skin. So I wanted to give them a shout out. Like I said, underhyped with me, not at all, but underhyped in the greater K-beauty space is a very small indie Korean brand, but I just love what they're doing with their oil blends, and it definitely deserved a shout out in this video. So now I want to know, what are your picks for Korean skincare brands or products that fly under the radar, the undiscovered products? Let me know in the comment box below, because what do I always say? I'm always looking for new products to try. If this video helped you out, if it was valuable and you enjoyed it, please do consider hitting subscribe before you go if you haven't already. I release lots of new skincare videos throughout the week, so consider turning on notifications too, so you're never out of the loop when the new content goes up. I hope you are happy, healthy, and safe wherever you are in the world, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.